Hey guys, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I'm gonna wait on a few people to join. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Sunday. I'm gonna wait on a few people to join. Happy Sunday. This day has came pretty fast. Every Sunday it's like, oh man, like it's Sunday. That means tomorrow is Monday. The week's starting all over again. Okay, so without further ado, thanks for tuning in to Solution Sundays. I am Clinisha Artist, owner of Bliss Financial Solutions, where we specialize in credit repair and business consulting. So today, each and every Sunday, we'll be here at 2 p.m. to discuss your credit tips and business hacks. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so let's talk about when accounts are they come back verified. So verification could be, of course, your signature, things like your contract agreement with your signature. Sometimes they send back like a ledger of your accounts, which is really not verified information, right? So whenever you see whenever you get a letter back from the creditor saying that these accounts came back verified, you want to make sure that they are actually sending your original agreement, right? So it can be a copy, okay? It can't be something from another party, okay? It has to be the original document. So those are grounds for deletions, right? So that means that it has to be an original document. It can't be. Most times it's a third party. So once it's a third party, it's being already sent to another collection agency. So typically that means that they're not the original. They're not the original creditor. So they're already going against you by reporting these accounts because it's a third party, not the original. So technically, they're not supposed. They can't really collect unless they have the original documents, and most times they don't. So there's a gem for you, okay? So like I said, there has to be the contract agreement. If it's not a contract agreement, it's not valid. It's not verified. So you need to make sure that they are actually sending you verified information. If not, then they cannot report. Okay, so most charge-offs are being listed on our accounts as collections, and they are like if you look at the ledger on when the account history is posted, it'll say like 30, 60, 90 days, sometimes 120. So usually accounts shouldn't be listed as a charge-off unless they have reached over 120 days past due. So they can't really charge it off if it's 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. They have up to 90 days to consider it as a charge-off. Okay, so sometimes these charge-offs are not even on our account to up to six months later. So be mindful of looking at your ledger to see like when was your last payment due. When was it considered a charge-off? When was it considered a collection? Things like that. Collection and a charge-off are two separate things, okay? They cannot be the same. So like we talked about in a few last videos, they can't be a collection and a charge-off. They cannot show a past due balance if they're charged off, right? So it has to be one or the other. They cannot list two of the same accounts unless one account is a zero balance and one account is carrying that balance. So be mindful of that. So we have a lot of discrepancies when it comes to credit reports, and we need to make sure that these things are actually verified and accurate information that is being reported on our reports. If not, we need to dispute that information. Okay, so we need to start off with disputing where they got this information from, right? So we need to make sure that these accounts are in fact ours, and if not, then they shouldn't be reporting. It can't be your mom's or your dad's or your cousins. Like, it has to be your information. You know, they can't um, they can't put on your credit report that, you know, this was someone else's information. Okay, so like if you have the same name as your parent, sometimes they can mix up credit reports. And if that is the case, then also that those are grounds for deletions as well. Okay, any questions? So I've been hearing, you know, sometimes when should you pay back accounts? When they do get deleted, can they come back? Yes, they always can come back, but they have to have writing when they do put it back on your credit report. So most times you have to pay back things that have either a court order or a starting of a garnishment. So those accounts can be removed from your credit report, but they can come back, and you still will be liable for those accounts because there are garnishments in place, there are court orders in place. So even though it's not on your credit report, you still can owe those accounts. So make sure before you get to the garnishment stages or the court order stages, you actually reach out to them and see if you can settle it. And then if you do settle it, then make sure we're doing like a pay per delete or something of that nature. So make sure you have your options and don't just ignore those letters when they come in the mail about collections and things like that. So accounts that you do remove. Hi guys. Thanks for tuning in. But there are accounts where you can be removed, but you're still owed. So like we were talking about, like foreclosures, like child supports, judgments, tax liens. You still would owe those accounts, but you can have them removed from your credit. Sometimes it's not suggested to do that because you're gonna owe them regardless. But sometimes people do that, I guess, to like you know, get a house or a mortgage or get approved for certain types of cars or something like that. They don't want it on their credit at the time when their credit is being pulled. So they want those things to not hinder them from getting an approval. So, I mean, it's basically your self-presence, your preference. But, I mean, if you already owe those accounts, you might as well just try to settle it. Or, you know, find out your options so it doesn't hit your credit in a negative way. And if it does, you know, you have plenty of options. And if you need help, please feel free to reach out to me, and I can help you know your options and can work with you on knowing what to do next. Okay, so these accounts that are removed that you sometimes when I have to owe could be like student loans, medical debts, evictions, charge-offs, things like that. So once they are removed off your accounts, sometimes you don't have to pay them back because they're removed. It just depends on if they return or not. But most times, if they're removed, then they probably won't come back unless you open up that statute of limitations or reset that statute of limitations again. So please check your state laws and see when your statute of limitations are. Okay, each state could be different. I think in Missouri, our statute of limitations is 7 years. So they got 7 years to come and get you. Okay, so let's be mindful that every piece of our information about us is being sold. Okay, so like your personal information, like your addresses, your phone numbers, your credit history, things like that, they're always being sold to a collection agency, third party, or whatever. Okay, so tickets can be reported to your reports. Accidents, liens, assets, everything is basically being sold to different companies. Date of birth could be sold to different companies to pull your information, to find out who you are, to find out information. So usually, like we talked about, when we have a financial responsibility when it comes to certain jobs, they'll look you up. So sometimes they go beyond their credit report. they'll look into LexisNexis or something of that nature. Like they go beyond. And honestly, everyone, um, this is all public information. So like, uh, let's be mindful that we need to make sure that every report out there on us is accurate. The only Everything is basically public. So only thing that's basically private and protected is your health, right? So your health records, anything that's based on your health is protected and considered private. So, and then those are protected by your HIPAA laws. So, if things are on your credit report that shows like tummy tug or something of that nature, it cannot be reported on your credit report because that's violating your HIPAA laws. Like that shouldn't be listed on your credit because they should know what you went to the hospital for. Okay, but yeah, so those are protected by our HIPAA laws. So make sure that we don't have anything health related on our credit report. Okay, so make sure you're looking into your LexisNexis credit report. Like this is the GOAT of all data furnishers, right? Because they literally have every piece of information on you from when you were a child, right, all the way up until now. So they can see your email addresses. They can see when the last cell phone you had, cell phone user you had. They can see bank information. They can see police records, ticket violations, like so many information. So, like some jobs look into your LexisNexis, and it's only $8 for them to pull it. Like they can pull every information about you from when you started till now. So let's make sure we do pull our LexisNexis, and it's for free. You can go online LexisNexis.com and pull your LexisNexis report, and you will do the same as your regular credit report, right? So you will dispute those dispute those accounts, make sure they're verified, making sure that they're accurate. It's just as your credit report. So let's make sure that you're not getting denied because of some discrepancies on your LexisNexis. And like they're the GOAT, okay? Like they have every piece of information. They can tell you when the last tower you were just on when it comes to your LexisNexis. Like they can tell you your addresses, your old phone numbers. They go into deep. They can tell you your court records, tax liens, when you got sued, how you got sued. They can tell you what was the outcome of that suit. Oh my God! Like they tell you your assets. They tell you everything. Like it's crazy how they have so much information on you, and you need to make sure that those things are accurate because you could be getting denied because of your LexisNexis because they have some inaccurate information on there, as well as your credit report. Like it has 10 different sections on there, so it's pretty valuable to know what's on your LexisNexis. So be sure to look into your LexisNexis. And your clue report is on your LexisNexis. So like we talked about how how your insurance companies know what to suggest as your premium should be because it's on your LexisNexis. It can tell you your income information. It tells you everything about you on your LexisNexis. So that's how they know about your premiums, accidents, if it was your fault, someone else's fault, claims, everything. Like they know if you're left-handed or right-handed, just to be funny, but they tell you everything you need to know about yourself. And they have up to like 200 pages per consumer. So like us, each person has up to 200 pages of us. So some people say that they don't have a LexisNexis account, or they can't be verified, or they don't find the information, or they don't have an account or a file on LexisNexis. But you probably have to call them and see what's hindering you from receiving that report. So you can call them, you can get online and just dispute any information that is on there that should be not on there. Okay. So any questions? Any questions, guys? So let's talk about business for a quick second. Okay, so if you're having trouble with getting started with your business, if you're having trouble with like logos, you know, I have a template for business plans that you can reach out to me, and it's $50 for you to purchase. It's pretty simple. You just fill it out, and then you can take it to wherever you need to take it to get loans or whatever, or just have that information for yourself to know the ins and outs of your business and to think about your business as a whole versus just putting it down like, okay, I just want to do this. You know, it gives you more in-depth in-depth thoughts on starting that business. Okay, so make sure we have our EINs, LLCs, your business accounts, creating that revenue. But if you're having trouble with things like, you know, like a logo, you can create a logo on Canva, which is free. You can create a logo, or you can reach out and outsource. Okay, some outsourcing could be great for your business starting out because it'll take away some time for you to get the startup process going. You can click on Fiverr. They have logos that they can make for you as low as like $15. Okay, so like, you know, there is so many resources out here on Fiverr that you can look into to help you jumpstart your business. You don't always have to start off with so many things that other people are telling you about, but as long as you start is the biggest goal. So and is there any other questions? Look on Fiverr for websites. Look into Squarespace. Look into Fiverr too. Look into GoDaddy. There are so many free resources out here that we could just Google instead of asking someone to pay them. They have, you know, some drop and go templates on Squarespace. So look into your options and see what you have that you can do yourself. I mean, it might take some time, but I mean, look into outsourcing. If it's too much for you, go on Fiverr. Business addresses. You can always use a virtual address if you don't want to use your personal address. You can use there are so many options that you can outsource before spending so much money. There are office spaces that you guys can rent just for you know, for your clients or for conferences and things like that. So, you know, reach out and Google some things. Look on Fiverr, look on Squarespace, just to name a few. DM me. I'll help you guys. Again, Bliss Financial Solutions is definitely here to help, and we do have consulting things that we can help you with. So please feel free to reach out to us. We are helping any business. You don't have to be small or big. Even if you're just jump starting, if you just have some ideas you want to brainstorm, I can help you guys out with that. And yeah, that is today. So is there any other questions? Any other questions? I probably was just going really fast today, but I was giving you guys some gems today. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, guys. Well, each and every Sunday we'll be here at 2 p.m. to discuss your business hacks and your credit tips. So, you can now go to my my profile and you can schedule a consultation, whether it's credit or business. And feel free to jump in my inbox or whatever, DM me. Or you can call Bliss Financial Solutions at 800-784-1334. You can call me anytime. I'm going to answer. So yeah, we have business plans on the site. We have credit builder sites. We have credit builder cards on the website. I'm sorry. So these are if you have low to bad credit. They're starter cards. So you have to start somewhere. You can't just go to the Amex and just be like, hey, I need 50 bands. So gotta start somewhere. We have some credit builder cards on the website. So feel free to go on blissfinancialsolutions.com. Also, there is the link in my bio that you can schedule a consultation, whether it's business or credit. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm here for you guys. That is all we have for today. I'll see you next Sunday. Okay, next Sunday at 2 p.m. We're out of here. Any questions, feel free to drop it below in the comments or reach out to me. Okay, all right, you guys have a good Sunday. Peace.